Hi guys, I'm back to do a pick a card reading for each zodiac sign. So this is going to be pile number 1, which is the Manga Tarot, and this is going to be pile number 2, which is the Mystic Monday Tarot. So I'm going to wait a second so you guys can, if you want. If you guys need more time, pause the video. All right, pile number 1. What are my Leos? What changes are my Leos going through? What is coming my Leos' way? What changes? All right, what is happening for my Leos? Ooh. Huh. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that. So we have the Four of Cups. I think something is finally going to be shown to you. With the Magician. The Knight of Cups. The High Priestess. The Star card. The Ace of Wands. The Ten of Swords. I have a feeling that some of my Leos, you could have dealt with somebody that you needed help from, and then they turned you away, or they didn't help you. The Page of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups. The Ten of Wands. Chariot. The Empress. The Ace of Swords. Man, I feel like Leos, you guys have been dealt with a lot of blocks. We have the Queen of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So, Leo, it feels like this has been a very frustrating month for you guys. I feel like there was something you've been trying to manifest that you thought you, like, so it feels like, okay, you have been very insightful and been working on healing, but there is some aspect of yourself that either has a hard time asking for help, or you feel like, or maybe you've had asked for help, even if this was in the past and it just didn't work out for you. And so now there's something there that is causing you to not want to um, ask for help even when you need it, or you feel like there's this lack or sense of drive that you have inside yourself. Like there is this part of you that isn't confident enough to think that you can achieve certain goals with certain people or certain situations. And so a part of you is in a lot of pain right now, which is another reason why I feel you're aware that you need to heal this. And I get that for some of you guys, you haven't really been communicating this with people, or you've been trying to distract yourself. There's something where you don't want to have to deal with it, or you're procrastinating and taking that action. It's like you're going back and forth, but you have so many different options, and I think that's what scares you. That's the burden, is like having to make those choices and those decisions. And I feel like things keep coming up in your life. So, it's like one technical difficulty after another, or you go to work and there's a problem at work, and then you come home and there's a problem. It seems like there's always some kind of block or something that's prohibiting you from moving forward or creating some kind of goal. And it feels like every time you put work in, it's almost like you take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. It feels like you're really losing out on certain situations, and it's frustrating you because you're trying to figure out why that is. And a part of you thinks, yeah, like a part of you is aware that perhaps it's self-sabotage, but it almost feels like it's more than that, Leo. And so I think that it really bugs you to try and figure out what is happening. Because I feel like you're emotionally invested into actually changing and healing and growing and wanting to gain. I don't think you guys are, it's not like you guys aren't willing to put in that work and effort, but there's this lack of direction or confusion. But at the same time, it's not really that, because you're aware of what it is that you need to do. It feels like there was an issue with somebody and then immediately went blocked. I think you guys aren't communicating with somebody, and that is causing you to feel, it's almost like you're feeling a lower sense of steam. It's like because of whatever the situation was. And I don't think, a part of you thinks that you can't really grow with another. There's this sense of lack mentality, the fear that you're gonna miss out, or that you're gonna lose. So this was in the upright, and then it went into the reverse. So I think you second guessed yourself, Leo. I think you doubted yourself. So I just have to point out that I find this kind of funny. One second. There's a little card sticking out. Oh, the Lovers. Okay. That right here we have the burdens in the reverse, like the 10 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Wands here. It's almost like it's showing you it's showing you how to get unblocked. So for a lot of my Leos, I think you guys have gotten some self-doubt set inside of you, whether by somebody that said something to you and it just spiraled you into this sense of doubt that you had. And I think that it caused you to lose the side of you that was correct. I feel like what you originally believed, originally thought was right. Then you second guessed it. I think you allowed other people to influence, I think you allowed other people's words and actions to influence the way that you perceive yourself, the way that you carry and handle yourself. And because of that, I think you've been juggling back and forth since then, like the conversation or the issues that you've had. Because I think you try to come at whatever situation you had, whether this is with a friend, a partner, or somebody that you had in your life, even a work colleague. It's like there was something that you felt was kind of almost like it almost threw you off. And because of that, you were going back and forth between a decision, and you thought you like a part of you wants to come up, like you're going back and forth about a decision. But I think you came up with the idea of a decision, but you came up with this decision due to panic, due to wanting to fix things, not seeing that you're getting lack out of it, not seeing that that's not right for you, not seeing that this situation is unjust. It's almost like you made a decision to go back to an ex or to go back to this person and say, oh, I'm sorry, when in actuality it was the other person that should have apologized. It was the other person that needs to fix this. And it's almost like, Leo, you come in here and you have such a big heart and you care so deeply that you are so quick to forgive, or you're so quick to want to make things right with people, that I think this person is banking on it and taking advantage of it. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it causes you guys a lot of pain because you have a lot of nurturing and a lot of care to give, and it feels like this other person, like you're having to kind of get balanced and really figure out what it is that you need in your life. Because I'm getting the feeling that this other person goes in and out of your life a lot. They're trying to figure out their self, their life, and I feel as though for you it's like you're needing to learn to balance out what just occurred to you, what just happened, because it almost feels like you were in a situation that was not fulfilling for you, that wasn't giving you what you needed and wasn't growing, and you wanted to examine that. It was almost like you wanted to see if it was possible to have that with this person, and you feel like you couldn't have it with this individual. And so you're needing to go out into the world and find what you're looking for, find the person that you're trying to find. And I feel like you've felt blocked because you really cared about this person and you're hoping that this would work out, and there's all these other feelings and emotions that you have that is tied into the situation. But the thing is it looks like this person isn't good for you, and it seems as though this person gives you more burdens than joy. It feels like this individual causes you to worry and stress when there's no need to. And so I feel like you're having to find your footing in life. You're having to get back up again and realize that what this person has done to you wasn't right. But at the same time, how can you learn from this experience so you're not going to repeat it again? And I feel like that's why you're taking your second before you move, is because there's a part of you that knows that you can't just jump to another relationship, or that you can't just try and get this person back all the time. There's a part of you that knows you need to kind of calm down. And so you're trying to go a little bit within. But I think that there is this sense of discouragement about the world, or this fear of having to go forward, because you're afraid that what you want isn't going to be out there. And that is what is scaring you right now, is you're afraid like, well, what if I think I want this, but when I go out to try and accomplish it, what if I end up not being fulfilled? Or what if it ends up not being what I wanted, and it ends up being another disappointment or a failure? But in actuality, you going through those will also still give you that sense of clarity and that understanding of what is right for you. So I feel like a lot of my Virgos need Virgos. Wow, I just got done doing Virgo, but maybe you're dealing with a Virgo, or maybe you have Virgo in your chart. But I feel like I'm dealing with a lot of my Leos that need to explore more, learn more about yourself, and take a second away from this time and this person and people around you, and just really think about it. If this is something that if I feel like there's something you want to create, or there's some kind of relationship, or there's some type of idea or ideal that you have in your mind, and it is 100% possible to create that, but you have all these insecurities, you have all of these doubts and worries, you have beliefs that other people have taught you to form, you have society that tells you that you can't go after certain things, or that it's really hard to go after certain things. And so you have all of these blocks, and you have all of these ways that are trapping you and keeping you stuck from moving forward. But the only way to set yourself free is to feel those emotions, is to process them, and to look at them for what they really are, so that you can move past all these blocks. Because like, see, we have a blocks here, we have a block here, we have a block there. Your whole reading is blocked. And it feels very frustrating because it seems very restrictive, like you don't know where to go, you feel very stuck. And what is happening is it's forcing you to get out of your comfort zone. It's forcing you to go within. It's making you have to understand who you are and what it is that's going to light you up inside. And so this is a very necessary process for you at this time, Leo. And what's going to happen is it's going to help you get out of your comfort zone. Eventually, you're going to find what will actually make you happy, what's willing to work for. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is a relationship. Some of you might have given up on the idea of relationships, or you just feel like it's never going to happen. And it's because underneath you're just sulking, and there's a part of you that is not seeing the blessings that is behind you, is not seeing what is right for you. And I feel like that's what's going to be revealed to you, and that's what the changes are coming for you, Leo, is things are going to start to make sense to you. Things are going to start to be revealed, because I feel like you guys were in your head a lot. You were always stressing and always worrying and was very anxious all the time. But now it's starting that new beginning. It's starting to take you out of feeling stuck, feeling miserable. And it's almost like now that you're going to start to get to that point, things are going to start opening up. And you're going to realize that you have a lot of options, that there is a lot of things going for you, and that you are going to be capable and able to get what it is that you're trying to get, to go for the thing that you want, and not to be afraid. Because I feel like a lot of the Leos that have picked this pile, you guys have done a lot of healing, you guys have done a lot of work, and you've tried very hard to find ways to move yourself forward, but you just kept getting all these blocks. And it's just because you have these beliefs about yourself that's hindering you from going forward, that makes you feel like you're not deserving of this, like a love that would treat you right and do all these things for you. You're not deserving of a high-paying job, or having a career for yourself. There's something here where you feel like you are not worthy of, and that's what's keeping you from not creating that. It's almost like every time you try to do something, Leo, it peters out, or you're not very consistent with it. And it's because there's a part of you that is afraid of that success, or there's a part of you that's afraid of what's going to come with that unknown of what the unknown of what might happen if you do succeed, or if you do get what you want. So there's a little bit of that self-sabotage there, but it's out of a sense of love and afraid that you're going to get hurt again. So you're self-sabotaging so that you don't end up experiencing what you experienced before. So I'm going to pull karma cards just to kind of see what's coming up, what's being highlighted at this time. So, yeah. We have Virgo. And what did I say? I kept saying Virgo earlier too. We have the serving of others, the details of, do what you must do, and so I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's getting into that routine too. Some of my Virgos are in the domain of routine, right? So some of my Leos, you might be in this process of trying to gather or create a routine for yourself. and trying to find how you can help other people. I think at this time, a lot of you guys, you want to create something. You want to be of service. You want to be important. And you feel like you're not, and you don't feel capable of handling the success or handling the responsibilities that would come with this. And that's like if somebody gives you a raise, now you have to do extra. There's something like that, and it kind of makes you nervous. What makes you feel secure? Support, your home base or family, in the 4th house. So for a lot of you guys, maybe you are also going to be changing your home, moving homes, or you're going to be upgrading your house in some way in the future here. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's having to figure out who is your support network, who can you lean on, who can you talk to. Anytime you're feeling insecure, how can you soothe yourself? Find some way to help you feel more secure that can help you move forward with these. Because I feel like the roadblocks are all emotional and like mental. It just feels very like anytime you're trying to do something, you just have a really hard time moving forward with it, because it's always, like I said, this fear. And I think it's also this fear of being seen truly, Leo, right? It's that creation of the gaining of respect for or from things that brought to life or light. And I feel like some of you guys, maybe you're afraid to truly show all of who you are, or you're afraid to put yourself out there. It's also the state of or fear of failure. So we have the 11th house. For humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is going to impact the future that you will be leading into. Of course, our present always is going to be the next influence about what our future will be the next day. But even still, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are in this process of figuring out what you want to do, what you want to create, how you're going to create it. And I feel like there's a lot of things that you do want to create and put out there, Leo, but you're afraid to do it because of all these insecurities. And like I said, I feel like self-doubt is a huge one for this pile. And I feel like that is what is going to be working out for you, and that's what the changes are coming in. Is it's going to be changing your home life. It's going to be changing the way that you view yourself. It's going to be changing the way you interact with those around you. You're going to be able to start getting into a better schedule, into a better mindset to where you can work more efficiently. And I feel for a lot of you guys here, we have Mercury. The awareness of many thoughts about or from and many words. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you might use your voice or some kind of wisdom. For some of you guys, you might want to write a book, or you want to express yourself in some way and you're trying to get it out there. But I feel that this is helping you to get to that point, Leo. All right, so yeah, this feels like a faster reading. I'm going to pull the Chakra Insight Oracle cards just to see what needs to be healed, what needs to be looked at. So we have dreams, message, signs, symbols, and guidance. See, I feel like a lot of you guys have a lot of dreams and desires that you want to fulfill in this lifetime. And you're having to take it one day at a time and to pay attention to the guidance that is around you. See, a lot of you guys, you had your intuition and then you turned it off because you started to self-doubt. And a lot of you guys, you're on point. And so it's like, follow that intuition. That is your guidance to where you need to go. So heavy on the third eye here. We have trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. We have guidance twice. I feel like you guys are being guided to go to where it is that you need to end up, but you needing to pay more attention to that third eye, or pay more attention to synchronicities or something that seems that just seems to catch your eye, right? So we have possessions, belongings, finances, assets, and treasures. And I feel like this is following your intuition is going to lead you to better prospects. It's going to lead you to things that is going to help elevate you in the physical plane. I feel like you're going to be able to accumulate a house. I feel like some of you guys are your dream is to get like this dream house, or to go somewhere, or to travel somewhere. You're going to fall in love with the place, might get a house there. I feel like you need to trust your intuition because it's guiding you to some location, or to some place, or to some situation that's going to be lucrative, or going to be emotionally fulfilling for you guys. And so that's what I'm getting here. And you're going to be a little bit more comfortable where you would end up going than where you are now. It's a lot of cards, but hey. So we have here desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. And that's what I feel like. You need to trust yourself that you know what is best for you and follow what you think is right for you. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you had very low self-esteem due to your circumstances and the people that you've had surround yourself with in the past. And it's time to raise back your self-worth, that self-love, your confidence, that pride in yourself, and the pride in the work that you do. Because I feel like you guys underpay yourselves. You guys cut back. You guys think like, oh, it's okay. I don't need all of these things. But in reality, you do. So it's like you settle for less, but the universe is trying to get you to not settle. So I think things are kind of coming up so that you're no choice but to work for it so that you can build up your self-esteem. So we have emotions. Feelings, expression, moods, and balance. See that? And a lot of you guys, this has been a very emotional time in your life. A lot of things could have had ups and downs with certain people in your life. You could just feel a lot of loss. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, there is definitely something that is blocking you emotionally that you need to look at, and that's going to help push you forward here. We also have the throat chakra. So I think that part of you is blocked, and that's also inhibiting you to being more assertive and to stand your ground, but also to express the creativity that you have. Some of you guys, maybe you're afraid to speak up on certain ideas or certain beliefs you have, and it's almost unfortunate because I feel like a lot of people are missing out on the wisdom or the things that you know, Leo. And so it's almost like you need to work on that throat chakra so that you can be more of service to those around you. And I feel as though like your goals or the dreams that you've had is in some way going to be able to serve other people around you. And I feel like it's going to be served in a more creative way or a more unique way. And so it's going to require that self-love and that confidence within you to keep going and to create this. We also have divine consciousness, interconnection, expansion, and oneness and light. It's like divine source is trying to communicate with you. I feel like you're very connected to the upper planes, and you are aware of your desires and the things that you need, but you just have to trust yourself and know that you are worthy. So it's working through that guilt of I don't deserve to have money. I don't deserve to have this, because that's the guilt that's holding you back from gaining the prosperities and the abundance that you deserve. And so for a lot of my Leos, I feel like it's time that you receive the good karma. It's time that you start to shift into your new life and into a new place and time for yourself. So yeah, that's what I have for my Leos. Hopefully this resonates for you and helps you in some way. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you'd like, share or leave a comment or subscribe. That helps. So thank you guys so much. Have a great and wonderful day, Leos. Bye. All right, the Leos that chose pile number 2. What changes are coming my Leos' way? Those who have chosen pile number 2. What's happening? All right, so we have the Moon, Temperance, the Three of Pentacles, the Princess of Wands, the Empress, why do I feel like there's a fight and then there's another person involved? I feel like, for instance, Leo, okay, this is something that's coming into my head. It's like the triangulation thing of the 3, right? So it's almost like, say if you broke up with somebody, then it's like your best friend that, say, was like between the two of you is trying to help work it out, or there's somebody else. It's almost like there's an interference. 9 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Or it's almost like you and like 2 friends are fighting. It feels like there's some kind of drama in your inner circle here. 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Hermit, Devil. The 5 of Pentacles and the Tower, the 6 of Pentacles. So, Leo, I feel like I'm getting this texting back and forth through Messenger or something, or through messages with people that is starting arguments or wanting you to get involved, or say they're just putting themselves in the situation with you. I think there's somebody here that is intimidated by your power and they try to throw you off. It's almost like this individual tries to push your buttons. Like they try to get a sick thrill out of controlling the way you respond or the way you react. See, this person feels like you have it all, Leo. I don't know why I feel like you're dealing with a jealous person. They want you to stay trapped. Right now, currently, I feel like your living space or wherever I don't know if this is somebody you're dealing with in your home, or if this is a situation that you're in currently, or maybe you're in this process of moving homes, or you just feel this instability, this lack of understanding what to do. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going within, but I get this sense that some of you guys are going to realize like there's something in the past that's going to become more clear to you, and it's not going to make you feel so isolated anymore. It's almost like you're going to see something that maybe perhaps you didn't see currently. Because I feel like some of you guys could have been in a state of denial or confusion for some time, and maybe something happened in your life that's kind of awoken you a little bit to the reality of things. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of dealing with this situation, and you don't feel very stable and you don't feel very safe in whatever it is that you're in. And so a lot of you guys are trying to figure out ways to gain that stability. Some of you guys have a hard time trusting something, though. And I feel like it's this person. I feel like this individual is jealous or has some kind of... They have some kind of issue when it comes to you, because they think they look at you and they see that you already have a lot going for you, Leo, and they feel like it's almost like this person feels, and this person feels kind of entitled a little bit. Like they feel entitled to your time and to your effort and the money that you make or the things that you do. It's almost like they feel like they're entitled towards that. I also get that this person gets jealous if when you it's it's almost like there's always something that you buy, there's always something you get, and this person gets jealous when you buy things or when you get certain stuff. This person just thinks that you're happy and you have it all, even though there's a part of you that might not. So let's get some clarifiers here. Yeah, see, I feel like you're dealing with some fake friends or people that don't have your best interest at heart. I feel like these people are stifling you. Whoa, this was in the upright and then it immediately flipped back into the reverse in that moon card. So I feel like you saw this person's intentions, or you're going to be seeing their intentions. This individual acts confident, but they're really not confident. And I feel like you're telling the truth, but this person always seems to kind of like... This person almost feels like you kind of, okay. So I feel like this person, they try to tear you down from time to time, or they will make little comments, or they just kind of, I don't know, I feel like they silently hate on you when you're around. I don't like this person's energy, but it just kind of gets this feeling that it's almost like this person's hating on the work that you're doing, and they try to downplay it, like, oh, Leo's work or job or whatever Leo's passionate in isn't really anything. And people always try, like, it's almost like they're trying to put you down, Leo, because they don't like the way that they feel around you. It's almost like you make them feel insecure by comparison of you. So I feel like there's somebody in your energy field, or somebody that is just there, that they almost act like they're trying to catch you in a lie, and every time they try to catch you in a lie, there's actually like no lie, or there's nothing there to really catch you on. So this person gets kind of upset because it feels, again, like there's this no justice in their eyes, because it's like, well, why does Leo get to do this with their life, or why can they get away with this, or why is it that they always seem so happy when things, even when things are bad, they always seem to be so happy. And there's something about it that makes them feel like it's unfair because they don't have that quality, or because they're not you, or because they don't have the experiences that you've experienced. And because of that, they feel inadequate in a way. They feel like you're better than them. And a lot of the times they don't want to, obviously, they don't want to voice that because nobody wants to point out their own insecurities. But I feel like this person's doing it subconsciously in a subtle way by showing that they're threatened by you, Leo. And some of your other friends or other people around you could have pointed this out to you, even, or somebody that's a third party observing the two of you talking can tell that this person is insecure next to you. It's just this individual is just giving off these very insecure vibes that everyone else is picking up. And I feel, for some of you guys, you feel kind of trapped, Leo, because you like this person. You want to heal the relationship with this individual, but at the same time, you don't want to have to deal with it's like you can tell that you're not safe where you are currently, whether that's where you live or with the people you're around. And it's not necessarily like it's unsafe, it's just you feel trapped, you feel restricted. And a part of you wants to heal this, but at the same time, there's a part of you that just kind of wants to get cut loose. You want to let go because you're done with dealing with these ups and downs, or you always feel like people are never around that is for your higher good. And I feel like you're emotionally seeing, it's almost like you can tell that people are not there for you, and even though that upsets you, you understand that you need to be there for yourself emotionally. And I feel that some of you is afraid that, like, you're pulled back, but you're thinking about the conflict that arose with this other person, or you're thinking about the situation that you felt with this other individual. And I just kind of get the sense that this person acts like, oh no, everything's great between us, what are you talking about? But really they are being passive aggressive, or there's some kind of subtle signs that indicates that they're like a frenemy, or they're not really a friend to you. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you understand that you need to move on, even though at the same time that's kind of hard for you. But it's also like you felt very alone around this person anyway. You never felt very acknowledged by them, but a part of you knew them for a while, or you knew them for years, and so you are very loyal, like I feel like a lot of my Leos are, and it was really hard for you. But I'm getting that whatever has taken place in the past, or there was some kind of event that's going to occur that is going to cause you to not only like triumph over this situation, but I feel like you're going to do it very well. And I get the sense that you're going to be very fair about it, and you're going to think a lot about this before you just react. And I think it's going to throw this person off. And I feel like this individual is afraid to actually do anything with you. Because I keep feeling like it's going into the block, but then they act like they're with you. So it feels like this person's energy flip-flops. It's like they don't like being around you, but at the same time, they like what you give them, and they like the energy that you are. So it's like this person's envious of your energy, but because they wish that they could have it, but at the same time, they are hating on you for having that energy. They're hating on you for having the things that they are using you for. And I feel for a lot of you guys that is going to be coming to an end, and that's what the changes are coming, is like you're ending a toxic friendship or a toxic connection with somebody that isn't really there for your highest good. And I get the sense that a lot of you guys, you're going to see things for what they really are. And even though your world, or even though the situation between you and others, your life might be a little turbulent, or it just feels like it's going to be a little bit unsteady at first, you're going to be able to tap into your emotions and be there for yourself. And I feel like that's going to release a lot of burdens on you. Because I get this feeling that a lot of you have been in a very toxic relationship. and it wasn't going to be healed. It wasn't working itself out. This is one of those relationships that it's like you can put as much love and effort as you want into it, but this other person, they need to heal. And if they're not willing to heal, then it's like you can't stick around somebody that is toxic, that's going to be dragging you down with them. Right? So I feel like a lot of you guys, you're letting that go. And even though I get the sense that this is hard for you to do and you don't want to have to cut this person out of your life, I feel like you're still going to move forward with that anyway. Because you know that whatever is waiting for you on the other side is going to be much better, and it's going to actually bring you better fulfillment with friends and people that actually want to be with you and that actually respect you. And I feel like that's not only going to bring you happiness within yourself, but you might actually find potential people, or you'll have better choices in the long run. And instead of staying around somebody who is emotionally doom all the time and gloom. So even though you're at this crossroads right now, a part of you knows that you need to follow your heart and do what's right for yourself and make that decision for yourself. Even if it's hard for you, you owe it to yourself to listen. And sometimes we have to say no to those around us because that's not fulfilling for our souls. And we need to cut loose and let go of what is happening. Because sometimes we hold on to people and things, and we need to realize that we don't always have to hold on to those commitments. And so I know I kind of went off a little on a tangent there, but I felt like that was very important, because for a lot of you guys, that is what is coming up for you, is you're going to have a lot more prosperity. You're going to be a lot happier in the long run by doing this for yourself. Even if this other person is going to get upset about it, even if this isn't going to be what is right for you, for them, in their eyes, they're going to say, oh, this isn't right for you, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. But you are the only one, Leo, that really knows what is right for you. And so I feel like you're needing to not let other people change your opinions or tell you what is and isn't okay for you. And I feel like that is kind of what is coming to an end here, is you're not going to allow other people to tell you what to do. It's almost like you're getting rid of the opinions of others. Some of you guys might have that fear of what other people think of you. And you might say, oh, I don't. But then when you realize it, you might realize, oh, well, I don't do this because I'm afraid of what others are going to think. Like, you'll be surprised how much that is ingrained into us as people, to care about how others will think of you. And so I feel like that is something that is going to be shifting for you a little bit more. And that's what's going to cause more changes in your life here, Leo, is because you're shifting the way that you are viewing other people. And because of that, and the way that you're viewing the relationships at hand, you're doing what is right for you. You're no longer allowing yourself to go through relationships like this anymore. The more you start making healthier decisions, the better it's going to be for you and those around you, because we can't decide what's best for other people. They have to decide that for themselves. And so for a lot of you guys, when you choose what's best for you, then oftentimes it gives them the permission to choose what's best for themselves as well. And it also gives them that opportunity to be able to say, oh, okay, well, Leo wants to do this, or Leo is going to do this, so what can I do? And some people, you can't, it's not like you can control how they're going to react. So some people might even freak out or get angry at you, and that's not your problem, Leo. And so I feel like for some of you guys, that's another issue, is you just don't want to deal with the conflict that might come from the situation. And like I said, it kind of sucks, because it's like this friend or this person that you're dealing with is like a fake nice. So you almost feel like you're mean by saying, no, I don't want you in my life anymore, or no, I don't think you're healthy. It's because it's like this person, they play off of your niceness, and then they try and act like they're there for you and everything. But really, in reality, they're secretly behind the scenes hating on you and wishing ill will towards you. And you'll be surprised how many people can get jealous and envious of what other people have. And instead of realizing that that is a way for themselves to say, oh, well, if it's possible for Leo to get this, then it must be possible for me, right? You know, because if Leo can obtain it, then I can obtain it too. It's like everybody comes at it with this lack mentality. Oh, Leo got it, so I can't get it now. That's kind of the energy that this person's coming at, and it's kind of a sad way of looking at the world, which is unfortunate that a lot of people, a lot of us grow up with these similar like lack mentality beliefs that we need to work through in order to become abundant like we really are supposed to. And so I feel like for this person, it's like they need to go down their own journey, but I feel like they can't drag you down with them unless you allow them to, Leo. And I get this sense that you're very loyal, and I think this person's aware of that, and they might use that against you. Or again, they try to act like they're for you and that they're with you and breaking bread with you and everything, but in actuality, this person is plotting behind you, or they're just wishing for your downfall, or they're waiting for you to make that mistake so that they can feel better about themselves. And so I feel like you're dealing with somebody who they try to, it's almost like they try to find a way to or to get you to sabotage your work, or to get you to stop doing something. It's like this person wants you to stay stuck. They don't want you to heal and work through it, but at the same time, it's like, it's because I feel like they feel bad when they're around you. Like you make them look bad. That's how they feel. Like being around Leo, it makes me look bad in comparison. It's like that you're dealing with somebody with very low self-esteem. But you might not even notice it though, because this person, they try not to act like they have low self-esteem around you. Or if they do, it's not something where you feel like is... Like, they try to play it off like they're not really jealous of you or anything, but they are. So I'm going to pull some karma cards for you guys, just to see what kind of karma is coming in, and just anything that, like, is highlighted for you guys. Any changes or anything like that. Okay. So we have Capricorn. Dedication to achieve, focus on, resulting from the rules opposed by. And then we also have Libra. Cooperation to perfect, decision about, resulting from the fairness shown by. So I feel like a lot of you guys, it's like this person... They feel like, we have Scorpio here too, I think they feel like you're very powerful. But also, they can tell that there's this sense and drive inside of you. And I think that makes them kind of go like, oh wow, I feel like Leo is so capable of achieving their goals. But I feel like they want to try and pull you away from that. So if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to do something, you need to put that time and dedication or some effort into it. I feel like this person wants to try and sabotage that by taking away your time or calling you up super late at night and complaining to where you are super tired the next day. It's like this person tries to do certain things that will sabotage you so that you don't get to your greatness. And I feel like this person, whether they're doing it consciously or subconsciously, because I feel like this person is just really jealous, that they might not even realize that they're acting this way or doing this to you. Although for a lot of you, I feel like this person is aware. They are intentionally aware that they're doing this. I get the sense that this person, they try to act like they're a good friend and that they're giving or that they're there for you, but really they hate that you are better than them. And that's, like I said, unfortunate that they have that in their mind, that they think that you're better, but that's what's coming up. So we have here Pisces, your dreams, your idolization of, be a part of something overwhelming and. So yeah, see, I feel like with this person, they have this perception about you, this belief about you that somehow you're this amazing person. And I'm not saying that you're not, but I feel like this person, they look at you in a idealistic way that might not be fully realistic, right? Because when we look at somebody, you think, wow, this person is great, they're awesome, but you don't see the insecurities because you're not them, right? So this person has a way of looking at you and they say, oh, well, Leo's so confident and Leo is so this and that. But really, you could be struggling inside. You could be going through so many issues for yourself, right? But this person, they can't see all the limitations that you have. They don't see the struggles that you work to get to this point, to get to this energy. It's like you're the empress and this person is trying to get that energy from you. They're trying to obtain it for themselves, and they feel like being around you might rub off on them, or that they feel like they're going to get some kind of benefit being around you, but they look at you in a way that you're so like 1,000 times better than maybe perhaps you are, in a sense, right? Like in your head, you're like, well, I worked really hard for this. It didn't just come naturally to me. And they act like it came to you naturally, or they act, like I said, they downplay your work, or they downplay your accomplishments and the things that you do. So we have Uranus: stir up the situation by using, be open to new ideas about, invent a way to. And I feel like you're very unique and like eccentric, and you go out and you do what you want to do. For some of you guys, if you're like a woman, you could use drastic makeup, or the way that you dress, the way that you act. It's just the whole picture of how you put yourself together. This makes this person insecure. And if you're a guy, it's like the way that you hold yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you groom yourself. You always wear cleaner clothes. Normally you don't wear the same clothes every day, right? You change, you take care of yourself, and people see that. They see that you're taking care of yourself, and that is causing people, especially this individual, to be jealous or feel insecure around you, because you take better care of your health, or you take better care of yourself, and you dedicate time to bettering yourself. And I think this person gets intimidated because they see that you're evolving. And I think a lot of my Leos in this pile are glowing up or starting to change a lot, and it's starting to make this individual insecure, and other people around you are noticing you more. And so I feel like that's something that is causing this person some insecurity. So we have here Neptune: inspire others with, be prepared to sacrifice for, yield is the only way to. So I feel like with that Neptune, it's like you give off this mysterious vibe about you too, and you give off it's like for some of you guys, you don't always tell people your business, and if you do, you're still very careful about it. You don't just share everything to everyone. And I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you don't have a whole lot of friends because you don't want to, because you just don't want that around you. It's like you don't want to deal with the negativity of other people. I feel like you're very sensitive souls. And so for a lot of you guys, you always try to stay in that harmony and that balance with people. And I feel like this individual, they notice that, and they try and take advantage of that. And because of that, it's like, in a way, you're having to come to this conclusion that you're not sure if this relationship is going to work or not. I feel like, again, this person is like fake nice to you, and they act very very helpful and caring, but really they're just trying to use you, or they're trying to find a way to take advantage in some way, right? So I'm going to start pulling the last cards here. We're going to have the Chakra Insight Oracle cards. So what is it that my Leos need to heal? Or what is it that is just becoming highlighted, or the awareness of? Choices. Free will, courage, willpower, and change. It's like you guys are going to have choices that you're going to have to make. here, Leo, and I feel like you're also going to start to develop higher self-esteem, especially because in a way you should take this as a compliment, Leo, because this person is so jealous about who you are that they're willing to go to the lengths that they're trying to go. And it just feels like they're holding themselves back from things. They're holding their own selves back because they're so focused on you. But they're so focused on you because you have been putting so much work and effort into yourself that you're just glowing. You just have this presence about you. And it's almost as though you're starting to take charge of your life a little bit more, Leo. And it's like you've taken you some time to get to this point. But I feel like you've been working on your confidence. You've been working on the things that you've been trying to do. And so you have the ability to make more choices now and better choices for yourself. We also have insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. So I feel like a lot of you guys, you've been trying to be very insightful and going within and figuring out what you've been needing to heal and what you need to work on. And because of that, it's been causing a lot of you guys to work through these issues and to understand where it is that you know you need to evolve. And then you go there and you head in that direction and you take that action. And I think that's what's intimidating about you, Leo, is because not only do you decide what choices you're going to make, but you take the time to think about those choices and then you act on them. And so we have movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. And I feel like that is something that is coming through too, is that you guys are going to come into more awareness and taking better action for yourselves. And I feel like that's the changes that are coming about, is I feel like you're wakening up to this frenemy that's been in your circle of friends, or this person that you've been around that is self-sabotaging you in ways, or just hating on you and giving you, trying to put you down. And you're being aware of that. Also being aware of what it is that you really want, going after certain, it's like you're leveling up. You're leveling yourself back up. But what I am seeing that you are getting blocked here is having that root chakra or that base chakra there. That needs to be healed more. Because, Leo, there is this sense of this scarcity mindset, or this fear of not having enough, or this fear that if you go, if it's almost like this, some of you might have a hard time being consistent or being able to manifest the dreams that you truly want by taking the proper action, because maybe you'll take the action, but maybe it just fizzles out or just doesn't work out somehow. And it's because there's something here that's blocking you in that base chakra. I feel like a lot of you guys, you've had to struggle and build yourself to get to where you are today. And you've built essentially a legacy for yourself, or you're in that process of doing so. But what is stopping you is this sense of not being supported, not being nurtured, and not being comforted. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you needing to find that self-expression again, being able to assert yourself and to show that individuality, because I feel like that's what's going to help you connect to other people. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's what's going to happen, is the second that you can get out of your shell a little more, that you can get out of your comfort zone a little further, I feel like you're going to start to be able to meet people that are going to resonate with you, that are going to work with you, that actually care about you. You're going to find your passion again, and that fun and that joy and that desire. But I feel like you really need to work on that base chakra more than anything and take the necessary actions. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, a lot of my Leos, you're currently in this process of making choices and decisions and thinking about things, and now you need to do now is learn to take that action and execute it by learning how to find that support within yourself and that nurturing inside of yourself, and then to express it to the world. Go for after what it is that you want, and you're going to meet those connections that are there for you. So that is what I'm picking up for my Leos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, or leave a comment down below And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful day, Leos. Bye.